Reborn into Douluo world and become the captain of Kamikaze Academy, Feng Xiaotian. Being a person of 2 generations, awakening one's supernatural intelligence, enabling faster leveling and easier self-creation of soul and martial soul fusion skills. Originally, Feng Xiaotian possessed innate soul power and a top-level mutated martial soul beast, integrating attack, agility, and defense, making him a genius among geniuses. However, he was defeated 3 times by the protagonist's aura, the Great Wall hanging Tang San. What's even more despicable is that the goddess Huowu, who had been kneeling and licking for 6 years, offered her first kiss to Tang San. In this life, I will never be a licking dog. We won't let tragedy happen again. Where is the end of the earth without fragrant grass? Why fall in love with a flower? In this world where meat is weak and food is strong, failure to become a god will eventually lead to ants. Only by being strong enough can one control their own destiny. No wind, no waves, I dare to laugh at the sky. Keywords of the novel. Douluo. Confession not accepted, change of heart what you cry for without a pop-up window, Douluo. Confession not accepted, change of heart what you cry for. Download the full text. Douluo. Confession not accepted, change of heart what you cry for. Latest chapter reading. Chapter 1. Rebirth into the wind and laughing heaven, awakening the adversarial understanding. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Rebirth into the wind and laughing heaven, awakening the adversarial understanding. Am I reborn? Is it still the body and memory of a previous life? What's going on? This valley, the cold wind is blowing. Looking at everything around him, Feng Xiaotian felt a bit confused. In my past life, I was diagnosed with cancer and only lived for 23 years. I didn't expect my life to continue in another world. Suddenly, a wave of memories flooded into my mind. After a moment, the wind howled and finally calmed down. Damn it! The joy of just being reborn suddenly disappeared. Feng Xiaotian realized that he had been reborn into the world of Douluo continent. Moreover, regenerate Feng Xiaotian, who is only one word different from his own name, and possess all his memories. The Feng Xiaotian in the world of Douluo continent is an affectionate licking dog. He witnessed with his own eyes that the goddess Huowu, whom he had been secretly in love with for 6 years, offered her first kiss to Tang San. After being rejected by Tang San, Huowu turned around and chose him as the spare tire. Originally, Feng Xiaotian possessed innate soul power, top-level mutated martial soul beasts, and integrated attack, agility, and defense, making him a genius among geniuses. But he was defeated 3 times by Tang San, who had the protagonist's aura. Fortunately, I'm only 23 years old this year, and everything hasn't happened yet. There's still time to turn the situation around. The wind howls and the sky feels fortunate. As a seasoned fan of novels, he is familiar with the plot of Douluo continent. At this time, there is still 1 year left until the elite competition of the All-Continent Advanced Soul Masters Academy. Only then will we meet Tang San and Shrek's 7 monsters. It was in that competition that Feng Xiaotian chose to duel with Tang San for the sake of fire dance, forcing Tang San to display his weapon Soul Haotian hammer, almost defeating the big hanging competition. Feng Xiaotian gritted his teeth. Since you have been reborn, then be a different kind of comedian. In this life, I will never be a licking dog, let alone let tragedy happen again. Upon checking your successful rebirth and awakening of 2 lifetimes of wisdom, you have acquired the ability to defy the heavens. Suddenly, a stream of information appears in the mind. Feng Xiaotian couldn't help but widen his eyes. As a reborn person, the golden finger arrived as promised. Overwhelming comprehension. You can tell at a glance that it's very impressive. Soul Masters can obtain soul skills through soul rings. You can also create your own soul skills and martial soul fusion skills through your own intelligence. The champion group of the elite competition of the Advanced Soul Master Academy will receive 3 soul bones. Soul bones can greatly enhance the strength of soul masters and are rare treasures that can be encountered but not sought after. Among those 3 soul bones, one is the wisdom skull of spiritual cohesion, which comes from a soul beast with a cultivation level of over 50,000 years, personally hunted and killed by former Pope Chihiro G. If fortunate enough to have it, perhaps it can elevate one's understanding of the heavens. Thinking of this, Feng Xiaotian felt a little excited. Xiao San. You are the son of good luck and a big loser. Now, I'm not bad either. I'm the chosen one. It's perfect to have fun with you. Feng Xiaotian looked around. Through the memory in his mind, he knew this was Hurricane Valley. As a soul master with wind attributes, one can leverage the power of wind to create their own moves and soul skills. Feng Xiaotian often comes here to feel the breath of the wind and practice here. The elite competition of Soul Master Academy has age requirements for participants, and they cannot participate after the age of 25. Feng Xiaotian is 23 years old this year, and this is his last time participating in an elite competition. As the captain, he wants to lead the Shenfeng Academy further and achieve good results in the competition. However, the team members have mediocre qualifications and limited abilities. He had to rely on his own efforts to achieve his dream in his heart. Feng Xiao is endowed with extraordinary talent every day, possessing innate soul power. The martial soul is a variant of the Gale double-headed wolf and Gale demon wolf, close to the top-level martial soul, emphasizing both strong and sensitive attacks. At present, he is a level 39 soul lord with 3 soul rings, 2 yellow and 1 purple. There are 3 soul skills. The first soul skill, Wind Blade Formation. When using this soul skill, sharp wolf claws pop out of the palm, and the wolf claws swing 10 semi-curved wind blades, blocking all possible ways for the opponent to dodge. The second soul skill, Dual Wolf Possession. This is a self-amplification technique, where the double-headed wolf light and shadow gradually combine with the body, increasing attack, defense, and agility by 50%. The third soul skill, the Twin Wings of the Strong Wind. When in use, a pair of huge blue wings stretch out from behind, giving oneself the ability to fly and rise up to a height of 50 meters above the ground. Feng Xiaotian is very clear in his heart that if he wants to go further in the competition, relying solely on these 3 soul skills is not enough. If you can create your own soul skills, you will have an extra chance of winning. So, during this period, he always sat alone at the top of Hurricane Valley, pondering. Having memories of 2 lifetimes, Feng Xiaotian understood everything. Having exceptional talent, but wasting 5 years of time for a girl who doesn't accept me is really foolish. At this moment, the self-created soul skill Wind Demon Wolf Slash had some clue. It's not difficult, the wings and arms blend together, continuously slashing the opponent, increasing the strength and speed of the attack. Use speed and gravity to continuously enhance your attack power. With the improvement of strength, the rapid Wind Demon Wolf's combo can continuously evolve, with more combos and stronger power. I'll give it a try. Thinking of this, Feng Xiaotian stood up, opened his arms, and gathered to concentrate. The third soul skill, the Wings of the Fast Wind. A pair of huge blue wings spread out from behind, and Feng Xiaotian leaped down from the mountaintop and flew towards the center of Hurricane Valley. The wind and sand were very strong, making it almost impossible for Feng Xiaotian to open his eyes. He tried to integrate his arms with his wings and continuously increase his strength, swinging and chopping continuously through meditation. You perceive the technique and achieve the fusion of wings and arms, creating the 9 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf. This incredible insight is truly remarkable. Just in an instant, countless inspirations melted into my mind. Feng Xiaotian suddenly became excited. Just 9 consecutive cuts. Not enough. Come again. Feng Xiaotian spread his wings and arms, and flew down again. You have mastered the technique and can better utilize it. You have created the 18 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf. Feng Xiaotian returned to the mountaintop and sat cross-legged. The power of self-created soul skills is greater than that of martial soul skills, but the shortcomings are also very obvious. Swift Wind Demon Wolf Slash, using one move in a row to accumulate power. Each move will have greater power than the previous one, until reaching the final move, unleashing the full power of the self-creating soul technique. Once interrupted midway, the self-created soul skill cannot take shape. Moreover, it consumes a great deal of soul power. If you cannot give the enemy a fatal blow in battle, your soul power will be depleted, and you will fall into danger. So, this self-created soul skill still needs to be continuously improved. Feng Xiaotian is not in a hurry. Fortunately he broke through today. Just now, he sensed that his soul power had increased by one level, reaching level 40. This also means that he can go to the Soul Beast Forest to hunt soul beasts and obtain his fourth soul ring, PS. In the original work, when Feng Xiaotian participated in the Soul Master competition at the age of 24, he was only at level 44, and at the age of 29, he was at level 61. In theory, with Feng Xiaotian's talent, his level was lower in the early stage, possibly due to his research on self-created soul skills, which delayed his level training, or perhaps to suppress his level in fire dance. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. The 9-Yang Manual Internal Mind Skill. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2 The 9-Yang Manual Internal Mind Skill. I just used the 18 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf, which consumed a lot of soul power. Feng Xiaotian sat cross-legged, recovering his energy. Boss, so you're here. A group of young people ran towards Feng Xiaotian. They are students of Shenfeng Academy and teammates of Feng Xiaotian. The Tiando Empire has 5 elemental academies representing defense, lightning, wind, water, and fire. The 5 Elements Academy advocates the concept of extreme flow and adopts extreme methods in selecting team members. These people are all wind-type soul masters. Although strong in a certain aspect, the shortcomings are also evident. Feng Xiaotian stood up. How did you find this place? It was Master Feng Liang who told us. I haven't seen you in a few days, so I thought you went to the Flame Academy to find Fire Dance Sister. After the person finished speaking, everyone laughed along. As we all know, Feng Xiaotian fell in love with Huowu hopelessly since he first saw her 5 years ago. But for Feng Xiaotian now, the past is not worth mentioning. Alright, don't joke anymore. I just created a soul skill to show you. Self-created soul skill. Everyone widened their eyes in surprise, wanting to see what soul skill their captain had created himself. Feng Xiaotian spread his wings and leaped down from the mountaintop, showcasing the continuous slashing of the Wind Demon Wolf. Then, returned to the top of the mountain. Wow! Boss, you're really amazing. Successfully creating his own soul skill, the boss truly deserves to be a genius among geniuses. Alright, don't even blow it. Xiao Luo, your martial soul is a swift bird with wings. I'll teach you the techniques, give it a try. Well, thank you very much, boss. Feng Xiaotian taught Xiao Luo the technique of using the fast Wind Demon Wolf Slash. Xiao Luo tried it but couldn't make it work at all. Boss, I can't do it. Don't say you can't do it, man. In the future, understand well and practice more. I believe one day you can do it. Well, thank you very much, boss. I will persist. Feng Xiaotian smiled. I have good news for you again. I have reached level 40 and am ready to obtain the 4th soul ring. Congratulations, boss. That's really great. The team members are all very happy. Boss, when are you going? Let's go together then. I won't take you with me this time because I want a perpetual soul ring. I'm afraid you might be in danger, so just let Grandpa take me. The Eternal Soul Ring. Everyone was somewhat shocked. Generally speaking, the first 4 soul rings of a soul master, 2 yellow and 2 purple, are considered the best configuration, followed by a black soul ring that lasts for more than 10,000 years. The soul rings of soul masters are all age-controlled. If the soul beasts are too old and exceed the limit that soul masters can bear, they may end up with a critical body and die. They didn't expect Feng Xiaotian to want a perpetual black ring as the 4th soul ring. Of course, Feng Xiaotian is somewhat confident in daring to do so. Firstly, he has innate soul power and is different from ordinary people. Secondly, having the ability to overcome adversity is worth a try. The higher the risk, the greater the return. Tang San's 4th soul ring is the eternal soul ring, can't I? Thinking of this, Feng Xiaotian became even more determined in his inner thoughts. I know what you're worried about, but my decision has been made. The eternal soul ring can greatly enhance my soul power, allowing me to unleash my self-created soul skills with even greater power. Well, the boss has innate soul power, we believe in the boss. Boss, you can take us along. With Master Feng around, we won't be fine. Yeah. Boss, let's go together. Feng Liang, the grandfather of Feng Xiaotian, is the chief mentor of the Divine Wind Academy. He is a formidable warrior in the 87-level strong attack department's Soul Douluo. With him around, it's more than enough to capture a 1,000-year-old soul beast. Okay, I'll go home and discuss with my grandfather. I'll let you know when the time is set. Returning home, Feng Xiaotian couldn't wait to find his grandfather. Grandpa, I have 2 good news for you. Oh. What did you realize in Hurricane Valley? Feng Liang lay on the chair, looking at Feng Xiaotian with a spoiled expression on his face. Feng Xiaotian's parents passed away early, and it was Feng Liang who raised him with his own hands. So, Feng Liang dotes on this only grandson. Grandpa, my soul power has broken through to level 40. Really? Not bad, not bad. By reaching level 40, you can graduate and I can also enjoy my old age. Grandpa, I will also participate in the elite competition of Soul Master Academy next year. Okay. Then Grandpa will retire 1 year later. Do you have any good news? Feng Xiaotian smiled proudly and said. Grandpa, I have successfully created a soul skill, 18 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf. Feng Liang sat up and looked at his grandson with some disbelief. Self-created soul skills require a high level of understanding from soul masters, which is difficult for ordinary soul masters to achieve. 18 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf. Use 2 moves quickly, let Grandpa see. Grandpa, you keep an eye on it. Feng Xiaotian spread his wings and leaped up, using his self-created soul technique in the air. The wind and sun were stunned. Then he laughed heartily. Oh my, you're amazing. As your level increases, your self-created soul skill can also exert stronger power. It seems that I need to take you to the Soul Beast Forest earlier to help you obtain the 4th soul ring. Grandpa, I was about to tell you about this. This time, I want to absorb a soul ring that will last for 10,000 years. What? The Eternal Soul Ring. Feng Liang was somewhat surprised, thinking that he had heard the wrong thing. Feng Xiaotian explains. Grandpa, I know this is a bit risky, but for next year's competition, I want to give it a try. Please rest assured that I will be well prepared before hunting soul beasts. Feng Liang sighed. He understands his grandson's thoughts, he is very strong and has been working hard to prove himself. You have innate soul power and the ability to create your own soul skills. With your aptitude and understanding, it is not impossible to absorb soul rings that exceed the age limit. Grandpa, have you agreed? Feng Liang nodded with a smile. However, I have to personally monitor what kind of soul beasts I hunt. Those that have just reached 10,000 years old can give it a try, but those that have exceeded too many years cannot. Grandpa only has you as a grandson, and he doesn't want you to risk your own life, do you understand? I understand, thank you Grandpa. Well, once you're ready, we'll set off. Okay. Late at night, people are still. Feng Xiaotian sat cross-legged on the bed. He wants to verify the idea in his heart. Tang San has the Shen-Tian technique, which can assist in leveling. He can bring the internal mental skills of another world to this world, maybe I can too. I have studied the 9 Yang scripture before, and the 9 Yang manual has 9 levels of internal mind skills. After practicing it, you can achieve inviolability to all poisons and inviolability to Vajra. Tang San is good at using poisons and concealed weapons, and the 9 Yang manual can be perfectly controlled. If the 9 Yang manual is useful, it may help me absorb the soul ring. Let's try it now. The 9 Yang manual, full of purple, end of this chapter. Chapter 3. Eternal Soul Beast, Black Wind Demon Snake. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3 Eternal Soul Beast, Black Wind Demon Snake. Qi returns to the elixir field, with both palms pushing forward, meaning to follow the movement of both palms, and true Qi rotating and penetrating through it. You understand the profound meaning of the 9 Yang manual. You run Qi to penetrate the muscles and veins of the whole body, and you break through the first dense purple Qi of the 9 Yang manual. In an instant, Feng Xiaotian felt an airflow running through his body, and his whole body became much lighter. Success. The 9 Yang manual internal mental skill can really be used in this world. Feng Xiaotian couldn't resist the excitement in his heart. With the 9 Yang manual, it is just like adding wings to a tiger. Unconsciously, it was already late at night. Feng Xiaotian is a bit tired. Although the 9 Yang manual is good, we should follow it step by step. We should not act too quickly to avoid confusion. There is still 1 year to go before the competition. Be steady. That night, Feng Xiaotian slept soundly. In the next half-month, Feng Xiaotian made the 9 Yang manual his top priority. It also successfully broke through the second layer, which is easy to muscle and wash marrow. After this step, he opened up the Ren and Du meridians, washed the bone marrow, stimulated and strengthened the body's energy, and improved the body's immune function. During the process of cultivation, he found it increasingly difficult to break through the critical points as he went further back. However, this is also normal. He has limited soul power now, only 3 soul rings. The 9 Yang manual and soul power complement each other. It's time to set off and obtain the 4th soul ring. Feng Xiaotian found his grandfather. Grandpa, I'm ready and can start tomorrow. I haven't seen you for a while, what are you thinking? Grandpa, I am focusing on cultivation in order to better absorb the eternal soul ring. Feng Liang nodded in satisfaction. Well, not bad. This way Grandpa can rest assured. Grandpa, let's set off tomorrow and go to the Star Center Forest, where it's easier to encounter the spirit beasts of the ages. Okay. The next day, Feng Xiaotian, along with 6 teammates, followed his grandfather Feng Liang to the Star Center Forest. That is the largest soul beast forest in Douluo continent, spanning across the borders of the Tiando Empire and the Xinglua Empire, with various types of soul beasts. Feng Xiaotian and his group gradually deepened from the periphery. The closer you go to the forest center, the easier it is to encounter high-level soul beasts. A few people were walking when suddenly a strange noise came from ahead. It's the sound of sand, sand, sand. It seems to be a crawling soul beast. Everyone be careful, I'll go up and take a look. Feng Xiaotian spread his wings and flew high into the sky, observing carefully. Originally, it was a red giant ant that looked less than 10,000 years old. Don't worry, it's a red giant ant that has been around for thousands of years. Let's take a detour from the left. Feng Liang advised. Xiaotian, the red giant ant that has been around for thousands of years is also good. Why don't we just harvest it? Grandpa, where's the agreed eternal soul beast? Let's find it again. You child, why are you so stubborn? Alright, go ahead and walk inside. Everyone keep moving inside. The deeper you go, the more lush the trees and shrubs become, and the more dangerous they become. A gloomy and terrifying aura rushed towards me. Suddenly, there was another movement ahead. A group of soul beasts rushed out, running wildly. Feng Liang reminded. 10,000-year soul beasts have appeared, everyone be careful. The wind and sun flew high into the sky, and the giant beast was clearly visible. Xiao Tian, that's the eternal soul beast, the black wind demon snake. Feng Xiaotian was both surprised and delighted. Everyone stop it together, don't let it run away. The wind and sun are a bit worried. Xiaotian, that Wufeng demon snake is an extremely cold and mean creature. I'm afraid your body can't bear it. Upon hearing these words, Feng Xiaotian was extremely excited. Grandpa, that's exactly what I want, that's it. Feng Xiaotian is cultivating the third level of the 9 Yang manual, which is the highest Yang heat. Every time he practices, he feels a hot and unbearable sensation in his body. With that extremely cold and yin object, it can perfectly balance yin and yang, achieving balance in the body's airflow. In general, absorbing the soul rings of extremely cold ghost beasts poses a safety hazard. I don't know where my grandson's confidence comes from, even if the wind is strong and the sun is strong. However, he still chose to trust his grandson. This happens to be a soul beast that can be encountered for thousands of years but not sought after. Kill it first before proceeding. Xiao Tian, Grandpa will stop it for you. Okay, thank you Grandpa. Let's go up together. Help the boss take down the magic snake. Feng Xiaotian also wants to take this opportunity to exercise everyone's understanding. Before coming to the Soul Beast Forest, he had already made an agreement with his grandfather not to intervene unless absolutely necessary, and let them solve it themselves. The wind and sun blocked the path of the demon snake. Feng Xiaotian and others surrounded it. The demon snake stood tall and glared angrily at the crowd, occasionally opening its bloody mouth. Feng Xiaotian wanted to test the power of the demon snake, so he launched an attack first. The first soul skill, Wind Blade Formation. Other team members also launched attacks. The first soul skill, the Blade of the Wind. Second soul skill, Magical Whirlwind. Faced with fierce attacks from Feng Xiaotian and others, the demon snake remained calm at all. It curled up and buried its head under its body. The blade sword formed by the wind fell onto the body of the magic snake, emitting bursts of sound and colliding with intense sparks. But it doesn't have much damage on its body. Because the scales on its back are incredibly hard, each piece is like an iron shield, difficult to break. Speaking of which, their strength is not strong enough. Among these 7 people, except for Feng Xiaotian who has just reached level 40, the other 6 are all at level 30. They can only use up to 3 soul skills. If it weren't for the strong wind and scorching sun covering here, perhaps the black wind demon snake would have launched a counterattack long ago. Feng Xiaotian has not yet used his self-created soul technique. Everyone, save some effort. That guy's weakness lies in his head and abdomen. Try launching an attack from these 2 parts. You attack his abdomen from below, and when he gets up, I'll attack his head again. Understood. Feng Xiaotian stayed in the air, while others returned to the ground. The third soul skill, Wind Sword Technique. A long sword charged towards the belly of the demon snake along the ground. The demon snake suddenly stood up and flashed past, emitting a roar. Feng Xiaotian seized the opportunity and launched an attack towards its head. Swift Wind Demon Wolf 18 consecutive slashes, activate. Everyone leaped up again, cooperating with Feng Xiaotian, to encircle and suppress the demon snake. The demon snake was injured this time and was extremely angry. It ignored the attacks of others and rushed towards one person with a whoosh, while the scales on its body kept emitting like sharp blades, as if it wanted to pull a cushion on its back before dying, to catch them off the hook. Ah Ji, be careful. Quickly dodge. Ah. Aji couldn't dodge and was terrified when facing the evil demon snake. The fifth soul skill, the heavy blade of the wind. Just as the demon snake opened its bloodthirsty mouth and was about to bite Aji, a giant sword fell from the sky and pierced it, nailing it to the ground. The demon snake struggled hard, but could not break free. Everyone looked at the wind and sun, all shocked. This is the strength of the soul Douluo, it feels too oppressive. Xiao Tian, go kill it quickly and obtain the soul ring. End of this chapter. Chapter 4, Fourth Soul Skill, 10,000 Blades Return to 1. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4, Fourth Soul Skill, 10,000 Blades Return to 1. Feng Xiaotian killed the black wind demon snake with one sword. Immediately after, the black soul ring appeared. Feng Xiaotian clenched his fist and walked forward. Everyone was extremely nervous. The wind and sun are still a bit uneasy. Xiaotian. Grandpa, don't worry, it's okay. Feng Xiaotian sat cross-legged, ready to absorb the eternal soul ring. Cold. Feng Xiaotian felt the piercing cold throughout his body. His originally rosy face gradually turned deep purple, and his body trembled uncontrollably. Everyone couldn't help but feel worried when they saw the situation. Master Feng, is our captain okay? Don't be nervous, I believe Xiaotian can overcome it and give him some more time. Feng Liang said this on his lips, but in fact, his heart is even more nervous than theirs. He even regretted his decision to some extent. But besides comforting everyone, he can do nothing. The absorption of soul rings has already begun, and whether it can be successfully completed depends on Feng Xiaotian's own creation. Time passes by minute by second, and everyone quietly guards by the side. Feng Xiaotian felt like he had fallen into a dark and boundless void, sinking deeper and deeper, while absorbing the soul ring. Practicing the third level of the 9-Yang manual may kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Calm down, hold your breath, and urge the cultivation of the 9-Yang manual in your heart suddenly. A hot breath emanated from Feng Xiaotian's body. His cheeks went from purple to red and gradually regained their blood color. Everyone was shocked. Everyone, look. The boss's face is gradually recovering. Master Feng, is this? Feng Liang smiled. Just now was a false alarm. You guessed it right. Xiaotian has already passed the danger period and should be able to absorb the soul ring soon. After hearing these words, everyone finally felt relieved. Feng Xiaotian is still continuing to absorb and cultivate. He feels full of energy in his body. You have comprehended the method of yin-yang coordination, and can transform the yin-yang qi in your body freely. You have broken through the third level of the 9-Yang manual, namely, the heat of yang. It's done. The eternal black soul ring has been completely absorbed. Feng Xiaotian slowly opened his eyes. Everyone gathered around. Boss. Boss. Xiaotian. Feng Xiaotian stood up. Grandpa, have you all been waiting for a long time? I succeeded. Everyone is very excited. Congratulations, boss. Boss, what is your 4th soul skill? Boss, hurry up and show us. Feng Xiaotian looked at everyone. My 4th soul skill is somewhat similar to the scale attack method of the black wind demon snake. After Feng Xiaotian finished speaking, he flew over and displayed his soul ring. A black eternal soul ring with a powerful side leak. Originally, Feng Xiaotian's 4th soul ring was a purple ring that was less than 10,000 years old, and his 4th soul skill was the demon wolf storm. But through early intervention, Feng Xiaotian has changed this result and gained stronger soul skills. The 4th soul skill, 10,000 blades returned to 1. At the moment when Feng Xiaotian activated his soul technique, countless wind blades with an extremely cold aura flew towards the ground, followed by a loud explosion. Those teammates were all stunned. Wow! Boss, your fourth soul skill is too powerful, isn't it? Once launched, the enemy won't have time to parry. Is this the soul skill bestowed by the Eternal Soul Ring? We must also practice hard and strive to break through as soon as possible to obtain the Eternal Soul Ring. Feng Liang smiled with satisfaction. Xiao Tian, your 10,000 blades returning to 1 move is similar to the 7 treasures glass sect sword Douluo's 10,000 swords returning to the sect move. The stronger your strength in the future, the more you can unleash its power. Well, I hope one day I can achieve the same level of strength as Senior Sword Douluo. Grandpa believes that with your aptitude and intelligence, you will eventually achieve it. Xiao Luoyinghe said. Yeah. Boss, don't be humble. By the way, boss, what level are you at now? Just broke through 2 levels again, now it's level 42. Wow. The boss is the Soul Sect, amazing. You train well and you can achieve it soon. Well, we will. This time, Feng Xiaotian has gained a lot. Not only did he get the Wanyan Soul Ring, but also broke through the 3rd level of the 9 Yang Manual. Time flies like a shuttle, time flies like an arrow. 3 months passed in a blink of an eye. During this period, Feng Xiaotian broke through the 4th level of the 9 Yang Manual, the bone shrinking skill. With this move, when facing a strong enemy attack, one can turn the big into the small, see the big in the small, and be aware of the small. Next, we will begin to cultivate the 5th level of the 9 Yang Manual, the tortoise breath method. In addition, that self-created soul skill has evolved to the 30.6 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf. Moreover, after improvement, the charging time between consecutive cuts has been greatly reduced, and the power has become stronger. In addition, he also created new moves such as the Wind God Leg and Wind Blade Claw. Combined with the characteristics of strong and agile attacks, it can cause fatal damage to opponents without consuming soul power. Under the guidance of Feng Xiaotian, the strength of his teammates has also improved significantly. Now, Feng Xiaotian's soul power has reached level 43. At this pace, reaching level 50 before the elite competition is not difficult. The days of the elite competition qualifiers are getting closer and closer. There are only 2 final opponents in this competition. One is the Martial Soul Palace team. Another one is Shrek College, where Tang San is located. The original plot was that Shrek Academy used a 7-in-1 fusion technique to defeat the new Kamikaze Academy formed by Kamikaze Academy and Blaze Academy. In the subsequent finals, Tang San used Tang Sek's hidden weapon technique to seriously injure the members of the Martial Soul Hall, causing them to be poisoned and lose their resistance, thus winning. This time, he will not give the opportunity for the Shrewsbury Academy to meet with the Martial Soul Temple team. To receive the rewards of those 3 soul bones, one must defeat those 2 opponents. Feng Xiaotian knew in his heart that his soul power alone, along with Fire Wuxuang and Fire Dance, was not enough to compete with Shrek Academy's 7-in-1 fusion technique. Because both Ning Rongrong and Oscar have strong support, they can provide a lot of help to their team. And there is no strong support from the Shenfeng Academy. Even if we barely pass Shrek, it will be difficult to defeat the golden generation of the Martial Soul Hall. After all, the 3 members of the golden generation of the Martial Soul Hall are all Soul King level with soul power exceeding level 50. So, besides making his own strength stronger, Feng Xiaotian also needs to find help. The 2 strongest team members of the Flame Academy are Huo Wuxuang and Huo Wu. Their father is the principal, so changing teams during the game allows them to make their own decisions. The other team that Feng Xiaotian thought of was Tianshui Academy. Tianshui College is a well-established and powerful institution. This college is quite unique, only admitting female students, and they must be beautiful women. So, all the Tianshui girl groups are responsible for their appearance. Among them, Shui Binger, Shui Yuer, and Shui Wu all have impressive talents and abilities. If we can persuade them to join, there may be a chance to create fusion techniques between different elements. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Unmatched Single Fire Challenge. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Unmatched Single Fire Challenge. Persuading Tianshui College may be difficult, but it's not impossible either. Because Tianshui College is the only one among the 5 elemental colleges open to the general public. They don't have such a powerful aristocratic influence behind them, perhaps they can intervene. Feng Xiaotian decided to go to the Flame Academy first. The 2 colleges are not far apart, located in adjacent cities. Feng Xiaotian arrived at the entrance of the Blaze Academy, ready to enter and search for Huo Wushuang. Huo Wushuang is the captain of the Blaze Academy team. I haven't seen him for half a year, and I don't know how much he has improved. Feng Xiaotian was wearing a mask, and the guard at the door stopped him when he saw something strange about him. Who are you? It seems like you're not from our college, right? I am Feng Xiaotian from Shenfeng Academy, looking for Huo Wushuang. What are you looking for him for? Do I need to tell you about some personal matters? Seeing Feng Xiaotian struggling, the guard was a bit annoyed. Suddenly, several students recognized Feng Xiaotian. They sarcastically said, "Isn't this Feng Xiaotian from Shenfeng Academy?" "What? He's looking for Fire Dance Sister again. He came several times before, but Fire Dance Sister ignored him. You really have thick skin, here you go again. Do you know? I heard he's a defeated subordinate of Captain Huo Wushuang." "Really?" "Of course. Last time they had a sparring, many people in the school saw it. So it's like this. What's the use of being handsome? His strength is not good, no wonder Fire Dance Sister doesn't like him." They spoke loudly, deliberately trying to make Feng Xiaotian hear them. Feng Xiaotian has that memory in his mind. He did indeed lose to Huo Wushuang. However, that is not his true strength. Just for the sake of Huo Wu's face, she deliberately let her brother Huo Wushuang win once. Feng Xiaotian doesn't care about those people's comments. I just shook my head helplessly, sighing in my heart how foolish Feng Xiaotian used to be. For a girl who loves to ignore her, she doesn't even want a man's face. Licking the dog is really damn it. After some ridicule from those people, the 2 guards became even more displeased with Feng Xiaotian. "You go. Don't harass Fire Dance Sister again." Feng Xiaotian gave them a disdainful glance. "Are you so deaf? Who's looking for Huo Wu?" "The person I'm looking for is Huo Wushuang." "Are you deliberately picking on trouble, right? Look clearly, this is the Blaze Academy, not your Divine Wind Academy. Just the 2 of you want to stop me." Feng Xiaotian was about to spread his wings and fly over when suddenly a group of people walked by. "Who is looking for me?" The person leading the way is unparalleled in fire. Medium build, wearing a headscarf. A pair of eyes flickered with fiery radiance, not very handsome, but imposing. Following behind Huo Wushuang are his teammates. However, Fire Dance is not among them. Walking to the door, Huo Wushuang recognized Feng Xiaotian at a glance. He crooked his mouth and smiled. "Feng Xiaotian, it turned out to be your kid. I haven't seen you for half a year, my hairstyle has changed, and I almost didn't recognize it." In the past few months, Feng Xiaotian intentionally grew long hair and now he can just reach his shoulders. He responded without hesitation. "No big, no small. Who should I call a kid? I'm 3 years older than your kid, so be polite. You have to call me brother. Upon hearing these words, Huo Wushuang was stunned. He carefully looked at Feng Xiaotian and felt something was wrong, but he couldn't pinpoint where it was. Since we met, Feng Xiaotian has never used such a tone towards him. In front of their siblings, Feng Xiaotian has always been polite, even somewhat humble. Why is there something unusual this time? In front of so many students, he didn't show any face at all. Huo Wushuang couldn't bear it anymore and deliberately counterattacked, saying, "Strong enough to be worthy of being called brother. If your skills are not as good as others, you naturally have to be a junior. You seem to be my defeated subordinate, right? Forget it so quickly." After Huo Wushuang finished speaking, the onlookers burst into laughter. "Before, I was the one who deliberately let you win, but I didn't expect you to take it seriously. Do you dare to try again? If I win, you'll call me brother obediently. If I lose, I'll take you as the boss. How about that?" Feng Xiaotian's words instantly calmed everyone down. This is a blatant declaration of war against Fire Wushuang, with a hint of provocation. Huo Wushuang is a bit annoyed. In front of everyone, he had to take it. "Okay. I've already won against you once, and I'm still afraid you won't succeed. Let me see how much you've grown in the past 6 months." Feng Xiaotian grinned and didn't speak. The onlookers stepped aside one after another to make room for the two of them. Huo Wushuang confidently said, "The visitor is a guest, you should take action first. You're younger than me, you should go first. Then let's take action together." After Huo Wushuang finished speaking, the two of them almost simultaneously displayed their soul rings. Seeing the situation on the field, the people who were just mocking Feng Xiaotian couldn't hold their tension in an instant. That's a soul ring for 10,000 years. He is actually a level 40 war soul sect. How could this be? The first 4 soul rings of an ordinary soul master, 2 yellow and 2 purple, are already the best configuration. Surprisingly, they are 2 yellow, 1 purple, and 1 black. His 4th soul ring is actually a perpetual black soul ring that exceeds his body's endurance limit. The captain's soul power has reached level 39, but it is still at the soul lord level, with only 3 soul rings, 2 yellow and 1 purple. The soul power is significantly different. How can we win? Seeing the domineering black soul ring leaking from the side, Huo Wushuang also felt the gap between the two sides. A sense of oppression struck. Damn it! Did he really intentionally lose to me last time? It was to save face for Huowu. My soul power has just reached level 39. If I level up one more level, I can go to the soul beast forest to hunt soul beasts and obtain the 4th soul ring. Why is it precisely at this time? No. I can't give up. I was scared by his momentum before the game even started, how could I possibly win? Thinking of these, Huo Wushuang gritted his teeth and entered a state of combat. The first soul skill, Raptor Strike. The martial soul of Fire Wushuang is a unicorn fire Tyrannosaurus Rex. When he launched this soul skill attack, a dark red light surged out of his palm, instantly condensing into a palm-sized dark red fireball, shooting towards his opponent. And he can control the direction of the fireball's flight. Almost at the same time, Feng Xiaotian also activated his soul technique. The 3rd soul skill, the wings of the fast wind. A pair of blue wings emerged from Feng Xiaotian's back. Fireballs shot at Feng Xiaotian one after another, but did not harm him in the slightest. Because Feng Xiaotian's speed is really too fast. Feng Xiaotian has the wings of a strong wind, flying so fast. Yeah. The fireball fired by the captain couldn't even touch him. Fire Wushuang continues to launch attacks. The 2nd soul skill, Burning Bones with Flames. This soul skill can restore soul power and increase attack power, but there is a time limit. At this point, Feng Xiaotian had already completed energy storage in the air. He wants to fight quickly and solve the battle with one move. Let you see my true strength. Self-created soul skill, 30.6 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Follow me to Tianshui College. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Chapter 6. Follow me to Tianshui College. Feng Xiaotian's self-created soul skill has been perfected and improved. Shorter charging time and faster continuous chopping speed. In addition, as soul power increases, the power of this move also becomes more powerful. Not to mention being unparalleled in fire, even if the Hongbi Tang San comes, he still has to kneel on the ground. Surprisingly, it's a self-created soul skill. I don't know what his fourth soul skill is. What a powerful force, the captain is almost unable to withstand it. Huo Wushuang was suffocated by the pressure. The students who were watching were all shocked. The two guards were trembling with fear from Feng Xiaotian's aura, but fortunately they didn't forcefully stop him just now. In order to save face for Huo Wushuang, Feng Xiaotian stopped in time. Huo Wushuang stood up and walked up to Feng Xiaotian, feeling unwilling in saying, "I lost. However, when I have the fourth soul skill, I will have to compete with you." "Okay. I'm waiting for you. It seems like there's something else you haven't done, right?" Huo Wushuang looked at his teammates and felt a bit embarrassed. Then he gritted his teeth. Tian Gu. "Alright, little brother, come over and tell you something." Before Huo Wushuang could react, Feng Xiaotian hugged him on the shoulder. At this moment, he had a sense of familiarity, feeling that Feng Xiao was innocent like a big brother. The two of them arrived not far from the gate. "Brother Tian, what's up with you?" "It's about this elite competition, with only 7 or 8 months left. I have something to discuss with you." "Well, Tian Gu, just speak up. I'm sure you've heard about it too, haven't you? The golden generation of the Martial Soul Palace team this time has strong strength and is determined to win the championship." "Well, I know. There are many experts in the Martial Soul Hall, and the champions of these years are all from the Martial Soul Hall. Our colleges are just accompanying us and trying our best to achieve good rankings." Faced with the powerful Martial Soul Hall, most participating colleges have the same consciousness as Fire Wushuang. The original Feng Xiaotian has also accepted his fate. However, everything is different now. Even the unknown Shrek 7 monsters want to compete with them. As a reborn person, Feng Xiaotian possesses an incredible understanding and knows the development of the plot. How could he possibly give up? Although the Martial Soul Hall is powerful, it is not invincible. As long as our several colleges enter the finals and form a new college, we can compete with them. Huo Wushuang was a bit confused and didn't understand the meaning of Feng Xiaotian. "Is this okay? Isn't it a violation of the competition rules?" "Don't worry. As long as you agree, I'll handle the rest. How can the rules of the competition be easily changed?" Huo Wushuang doesn't know where Feng Xiaotian's confidence comes from. Feng Xiaotian continued to explain. "In this competition, another genius will appear, who comes from a prestigious family and possesses innate soul power and twin martial souls. And there are 2 strong assistants in their team, one from the 7 Treasures Glass sect, and the other is a food-based soul master who can create restorative soul power and flying sausages. Their Shrek Academy will become an obstacle to the Martial Soul Hall's championship." Huo Wushuang is somewhat unbelievable. Shrek Academy. I've never heard of it. If what you're saying is true, then they're really strong. Of course it's true, you'll know later. Feng Xiaotian did not tell Huo Wushuang that Shrek College would become the bitter master of Blaze College. It's still too early, there's no need to say these things. Huo Wushuang thought for a moment and seemed to understand a bit. "But can we defeat the Martial Soul Palace team solely by joining forces with our 2 colleges? I'm afraid it's a bit difficult, right? So we still need to find help. If you agree, let's go to Tianshui College together." "Tianshui Academy? Are you really looking for those girls?" Huo Wushuang's face turned red as he spoke, and he scratched his head with some embarrassment. This kid is 20 years old and still a single dog. Look at your unremarkable appearance. I'll take you there, what are you afraid of? Can they agree? Feng Xiaotian is not very sure either, you have to try before you know. To be honest, the final reward for this competition is 3,000-year soul bones. They are the left leg of chasing the wind at lightning speed, the right arm of exploding flames, and the wisdom skull of spiritual cohesion. I want that smart skull, the flame right arm is very suitable for you in the strong attack genre. The captain of Tianshui Academy is Shui Binger, and her sister Shui Yuer is a soul master of the quick attack department. The left leg of chasing the wind is perfect for her. So, we can go find Shui Binger to talk to. Huo Wushuang is curious and shocked. He didn't know why Feng Xiaotian understood so clearly. Not only is there intelligence from Shrek Academy, but the specific rewards for the competition are also well known. Tian Gu, how do you know so much? I have an accurate source of information, so you don't have to ask any more questions. So, are you willing to believe me now? Huo Wushuang has just witnessed Feng Xiaotian's strength. The self-created soul skill of the 30.6 consecutive slashes of the Wind Demon Wolf was very oppressive, and he couldn't resist it even before it was fully unleashed. Moreover, the fourth soul skill has not yet been used. He has no reason not to believe Feng Xiaotian. I just have some doubts. Tian Gu, I believe you. However, why don't you go to Thunder Academy or Elephant Academy? They're not inferior to Tianshui Academy either. Teaming up with a group of girls always feels good. The Elephant School is an affiliated college of the Elephant School. The Elephant Armor sect has a close relationship with the Martial Soul Hall, and is a loyal vassal and lackey of the Martial Soul Hall. Collaborating with them will not bring any benefits. Moreover, they are all defensive soul masters who cannot catch the eye of Feng Xiaotian. The power behind Thunder Academy is the Blue Electric Tyrannosaurus Rex family, one of the top 3 sections. Feng Xiaotian doesn't want to have any relationship with the hypocritical Yu Xiaojiang. Even if Storm and Thunder can merge into stronger soul skills, Feng Xiaotian will not consider them. You silly kid, Tianshui Academy is full of beautiful women. Can't I take you out of singlehood? Huo Wushuang smiled awkwardly. Okay. My dad is the dean, and I don't have any problems here. Just communicate with my sister and teammates, and it's up to Tianshui College. Well, I'll go back first. Once you've communicated with them, come find me again. Huo Wushuang was a bit puzzled. Tian Gu, are you really not going to find Huo Wu anymore? I'm not going. I didn't originally plan on finding her. Oh, seeing Feng Xiaotian's resolute attitude, Huo Wushuang didn't say much. After bidding farewell, Huo Wushuang entered the school gate. Not far away, I saw Huo Wu hurriedly running over. Brother, I heard you were fighting with someone at the door. Who the hell is that person? It's already okay, it's Tian Gu. Brother Tian. Which brother Tian? Feng Xiaotian. Huo Wu widened her eyes in disbelief. My older brother's attitude towards Feng Xiaotian was completely different, and he even called him brother. What is he doing at our school? He's looking for me again. Huo Wushuang shook his head. Well, actually, he came to find me. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Who stole the man who had been secretly in love with me for 5 years? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. Who stole the man who had been secretly in love with me for 5 years? In an instant, Huo Wu was stunned. When Huo Wu learned that the newcomer was Feng Xiaotian, her heart was somewhat pleased. Every girl has vanity. It is one thing whether someone is chasing after, and it is another matter whether one agrees or not. Huo Wu's father is the dean of the Blaze Academy, so she has been pampered since childhood. Although somewhat beautiful, with a hot figure. But with a hot temper, proud and capricious. There are also many boys in school who like him. However, there are hardly any people like Feng Xiaotian who have persisted in chasing her for 5 years. Even if Feng Xiaotian likes her for so long, she doesn't take it seriously. She believes that Feng Xiaotian is not strong enough, at least not yet qualified to be her boyfriend. Upon learning that Feng Xiaotian did not come specifically to find her, she felt a hint of disappointment and imbalance in her heart. "Brother, are you sure he didn't come looking for me?" Looking at his infuriated sister, Huo Wushuang shook his head helplessly. "He really didn't come to see you. It's been 6 months since we last saw each other. He has become stronger, far stronger than me, and he's not the comedian he used to be. I just had a fight with him, and I lost completely." Huo Wu was once again shocked and muttered to herself. "Has he really become stronger? That's why he's not looking for me. Alright, don't think too much, he's already gone. What is he looking for you for? He wants to team up with me and ask me to go to Tianshui College with him. Forget it, I'll tell you later." Looking at my brother's somewhat shy expression, Huo Wu exploded in an instant. "What? He's taking you to Tianshui Academy. There are all girls there, what are you doing there? This. Forget it, I'll go ask him myself." After Huo Wu finished speaking, she ran away and chased towards the direction of the gate. She chased after a familiar figure not far away. That person is Feng Xiaotian. "Feng Xiaotian, stop me." Feng Xiaotian turned around and saw Huo Wu running over in a huff of anger. After half a year, seeing Feng Xiaotian again, Huo Wu felt a hint of excitement in her heart. Feng Xiaotian has grown long hair that is draped over his shoulders, looking somewhat handsome and ruffian. Although wearing a mask, his eyes looked more mature and charming than before. "What's up?" Feng Xiaotian's careless attitude made Huo Wu even more angry. "What do you mean? Why are you taking my brother to Tianshui College?" "Oh, I'll take him to exchange skills and also see beautiful women. Your brother has been single for 20 years, so it's okay to have more contact with girls, isn't it?" Huo Wu was completely angry. She approached Feng Xiaotian step by step, forcing him to a corner and placing her hands on the wall, blocking his path. A pair of eyes stared straight at Feng Xiaotian, with a blazing glow in their eyes. "Are you interested in any girl from Tianshui College? This is my personal matter, it has nothing to do with you. Didn't you really like me before? After half a year of not seeing you, I moved on to another relationship. There's really nothing good about men." Feng Xiaotian gently brushed away Huo Wu's hand. "I used to like you for 5 years. 5 years, do you know how I spent these 5 years? Now I understand. Since you can't tolerate me in your heart, why should I force you?" Feng Xiaotian finished speaking and left without looking back. Huo Wu stood still, with a mix of flavors in her heart. She originally thought that the charming and cheerful person who had been pursuing her hard would always be waiting for her. But she didn't expect Feng Xiaotian to behave so decisively this time. Perhaps his patience has long been exhausted and he no longer loves. Perhaps he didn't really love me from the beginning and changed his heart when he met someone better. Watching Feng Xiaotian's silhouette gradually fade away, Huo Wu became increasingly unwilling as she thought about it. Loss, regret, unwillingness, and jealousy filled her heart. I want to see what kind of girl she is. She can actually steal the man who has been secretly in love with me for 5 years. Huo Wu quickly ran back to school and found Huo Wushuang. "Brother, when will you go to Tianshui College? I also want to go with you." "What are you going to do?" "Don't worry about it. Anyway, you must take me there. I am the vice captain of the Flame Academy and have the right to know." "Okay, I'll take you to find Tiangu first and see what he says." Huo Wushuang knows his sister's personality. If she becomes stubborn, no one can stop her. Subsequently, Huo Wushuang told Huo Wu everything that happened at the school gate and what Feng Xiaotian had said to him. Huo Wu was once again shocked. She didn't expect Feng Xiaotian to become so strong, suppressing her brother with just one move. Moreover, it still uses self-created soul skills. Feng Xiaotian's acquisition of a perpetual black ring also surprised Huowu. What surprised her the most was that Feng Xiaotian attempted to challenge the Martial Soul Palace team. Huowu has not yet seen Feng Xiaotian's strength. She didn't know whether Feng Xiaotian was blindly confident or truly confident. In short, after today's incident, Feng Xiaotian's image in Huowu's mind has undergone significant changes. Fire Dance even has some appreciation for Feng Xiaotian. That night, Huowu lay in bed, tossing and turning, unable to fall asleep. She was eager to know why Feng Xiaotian had changed his mind. The less she could get an answer, the more anxious she became, wanting to go to the Divine Wind Academy to find Feng Xiaotian as soon as possible. Several days have passed in a row. On this day, Feng Xiaotian came to Hurricane Valley to practice as usual. Recently, he has gained some insights. The wind borrows the power of the fire, and the fire assists the wind in its power. A storm sweeps the water, and the water is raging. The wind is the starting point, gathering soul power to form a storm, and controlling the wind with mind. You feel hurricanes, you understand the art of controlling the wind, can transform intangible into tangible, you create tornado storms in an instant. Feng Xiaotian felt his whole body filled with strength. He stood up, stretched out his right hand, poured out his soul power, and silently recited in his heart. The wind is coming. In an instant, a gust of wind converged from all directions, forming a huge tornado storm. Suddenly, flying sand and stones covered the sky and sun. Feng Xiaotian injects more soul power, and there seem to be countless blades inside the wind column that can easily crush enemies. At this moment, Feng Xiaotian's teammates rushed over. Wow! Boss, what move is this? It's amazing. Feng Xiaotian calmly put an end to it. This is my newly created soul skill, Tornado Storm. Another self-created soul skill, the boss truly deserves to be a genius. By the way, how did you come? Boss, Huowu Shuang and Huowu Jie have come to find you. They are waiting at the academy. After Xiao Luo finished speaking, everyone laughed. Boss, are you having a scene with Fire Dance Sister? This is still her first time coming to our college to find you. Who cares about her? A few people were confused. Boss, don't you really like Fire Dance Sister? Why? Alright, don't even ask, go back to the college. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. Wind and Fire Fusion, Fire Dragon Storm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8. Wind and Fire Fusion, Fire Dragon Storm. Feng Xiaotian returned to school. Fire Wushuang and Fire Dance have been waiting for a long time. After a few days, I saw Feng Xiaotian again, and Huowu's eyes were filled with admiration. Tiangu, my teammates and I have communicated well. Our Blazing Fire team is fine, but Huowu wants to go to Tianshui Academy with us. As soon as Fire Wushuang finished speaking, Fire Dance took over. I am the deputy captain of the Blaze Squad, and I also need to have the right to know about cooperation between teams. Feng Xiaotian didn't wear a mask today. His handsome face, combined with his confident gaze, added a touch of charm to him. After Huowu finished speaking, her face immediately turned red. Feng Xiaotian smiled with a nonchalant attitude. Whatever you want. Our two teams have successfully teamed up, and now it's up to the Tianshui team. Tiangu, when will we go to Tianshui College? Don't worry, you two come with me to a place where we can use your firepower to try my new soul skill. Huowu Shuang widened his eyes in surprise. Tiangu, it's only been a few days now, and you've created a new soul skill yourself. Well, my self-created soul skill is called Tornado Storm, which drives the wind and utilizes other elements to unleash greater power. Then let's go and give it a try. Huowu Shuang is very excited. Seeing Feng Xiaotian's confident expression, Huowu also had some expectations. Feng Xiaotian brought their siblings to an open space. This is the training ground of Kamikaze Academy. There were many students on the training ground, and Feng Xiaotian's teammates also came. They also want to see how much power can be unleashed by the fusion of wind and fire. Feng Xiaotian, Huo Wushuang, and Huo Wu stood at the center of the training ground. The students all stepped aside. Feng Xiaotian possesses innate soul power and a top-level mutated martial soul beast, which combines attack, agility, and defense. And he can also create his own soul skills, making him a genius student at the Shenfeng Academy. So, the prestige among students is very high. Huowu has an extremely beautiful appearance, with a fair face, exquisite facial features, and a pair of big eyes that sparkle with a faint silver light. He is tall and has a symmetrical figure, with dark red wavy long hair hanging all the way to his waist. Standing there, it was as eye-catching as a flame. The onlookers were discussing extensively. Who are those two people? What is Captain Xiaotian doing with them? They are from the Flame Academy. The girl is called Huo Wu, and the other is her brother Huo Wushuang. Oh, so she's just a fire dancer. With a good figure and beautiful appearance, no wonder Captain Xiaotian likes her. Yeah, I don't know why the siblings came here. Look at this posture, are you going to spar? The Flame Academy is also one of our opponents in the Soul Master competition at the Shenfeng Academy. We will meet sooner or later, so it's not a bad thing to communicate in advance. More and more students are watching. The huge commotion caused a sensation even on the other side of the teaching building. You guys, look. Captain Xiaotian seems to be going to spar with someone. It's a 1-on-1 battle. In the conference room, Dean Lin has just finished a meeting with the teachers. Upon hearing the noise outside, he stood up and looked around. Standing on the third floor, one can have a clear view of the training ground. Master Liang, does that seem like your grandson Feng Xiaotian? The teachers all stopped. The wind and sun are also visible. Well, it's indeed that kid. The other two students don't seem to be from our school. What do they want? Fighting. Dean Lin, based on my understanding of Feng Xiaotian, he probably wouldn't have done such an outrageous thing. The speaker is Su Chen, the leader teacher of the Fengxiation team, and the 62-level Strong Attack Series Soul Emperor. Feng Liang shook his head and said. I don't know what that kid wants either. He has been practicing in Hurricane Valley recently. A few days ago, he went to the Blaze Academy, and those two students should be from the Blaze Academy. So it seems that the three of them are probably exchanging technology. Maybe it is. The teachers stood in the corridor with Dean Lin and Feng Liang, looking down at the training ground without any intention of leaving. On the training ground. Feng Xiaotian smiled slightly and said. You both have fire attributes and are outstanding in attack power. Release your blazing fire and use my wind power to see what level you can reach. Huo Wushuang asked curiously. Is it a fusion of soul skills? Well, we cooperate with each other and I will initiate the integration. Okay, then I'll come first. Fire Dance retreated to one side, making way for the venue. Fire Wushuang displays a soul ring, gathers soul power, and then roars loudly. Third soul skill, Raging Fire. With a loud bang, countless Mars converge to form a huge fireball. At the same time, Feng Xiaotian has also completed energy storage. Tornado Storm. Suddenly, a powerful whirlwind swept up the huge fireball. Subsequently, the entire wind column was dyed red by the flames. You incite the strong wind, you understand the mystery of wind and fire blending, you control wind and fire, you create the fire dragon storm. With their close cooperation, the storm became stronger and the fire grew stronger. The onlookers felt unbearable heat and retreated one after another. If there were enemies at the center of this raging storm, they would probably have already turned into ashes. The teachers were all stunned. There are two major factions in the Soul Master class. Among them, a major faction advocates fusion flow, integrating the strengths of various factions, cooperating with each other, learning from each other's strengths and weaknesses, and leveraging team advantages. Another major faction advocates extreme flow and hopes to maximize the power of a single element. The 5 major element colleges are all representatives of extreme flow. At this moment, what Feng Xiaotian did was to merge the wind and fire, unleashing a stronger power. Seeing Dean Lin staring intently at the training ground, the teachers looked at each other in confusion. Feng Liang awkwardly smiled. My grandson is a bit disobedient. He always likes to study self-created soul skills, which hinders his leveling. He should have just developed this, but he hasn't told me yet. Dean Lin nodded and said meaningfully. Lao Feng, now is the era of young people. Do you think it's time for us old folks to change our minds? Lao Lin, what do you mean? I have to admit that Feng Xiaotian is excellent. He created 2 soul skills at a young age and can also integrate different elements to unleash stronger power. Yeah, I don't know why this child likes to tinker so much. Fire borrows wind, wind creates fire, wind and fire blend together, with infinite power. The two were chatting when Huo Wu came on stage and replaced Huo Wushuang. Huo Wu looked at Feng Xiaotian and confidently smiled, saying, Your idea is pretty good. The fusion of wind and fire has indeed produced stronger power. Just now, your storm dominated, but my flames came even more fiercely. Can you still control it? Feng Xiaotian smiled disapprovingly. Then give it a try. Fire dance displays soul rings, 2 yellow and 2 purple. The onlookers were once again shocked. I didn't expect that girl to have 4 soul rings, reaching the level of soul sect, even more powerful than her brother. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Firmly control the situation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. Firmly control the situation. In terms of talent alone, Fire Dance is no worse than Feng Xiaotian. Although only 18 years old, her soul power is 2 levels higher than her brother's, reaching level 41. Moreover, she is the Soul Master of the Control Department and the sole figure of the Blaze Academy team. Her beast martial soul is the Fire Shadow, a shadow based on herself, extremely unique and able to fully unleash the fire element. In addition, she also has a special talent skill, Ronghuan. Being able to instantly release the soul power released by several soul rings when outputting skills, maximizing one's soul power output with extremely strong explosive power and doubled power. It is precisely because of such talent that Huo Wu has been living in an environment where the stars and moon surround her since childhood. She is very proud, competitive, and difficult to accept failure. Feng Xiaotian certainly knows these things. However, he is confident that he can control the flames released by the Fire Dance. Fire Dance confidently smiled and directly activated its strongest soul skill. The 4th soul skill, Fire Dance and Sunshine. In an instant, flames condensed from the hands of Huo Wu, and then condensed into a huge ball of fire above her head. That fireball can lock down opponents, fly fast, and have powerful power. Fire Dance shoots it towards Feng Xiaotian. At the same time, Feng Xiaotian is also prepared. Tornado Storm. Suddenly, a fierce tornado enveloped the fire, and the light waves surged into the sky. The fire and wind are much more intense than before. Huo Wu was very surprised. The soul power she injected was already very strong, trying to control the wind direction with fire. But the dominant force is still the storm controlled by Feng Xiaotian. Feng Xiaotian has a black ring for thousands of years. With the help of the 9-yang manual internal mental skill, his soul power is even better. The storm merged with the flames and was firmly controlled by the wind laughing heavenly prison. In the Fire Academy team, Fire Dance has always been in control of the entire team. This time, she experienced the feeling of being controlled. Although there is some unwillingness in my heart. But due to Feng Xiaotian's strong field control ability, she was convinced to lose. Looking at everything on the field, the onlookers were all shocked. The teachers upstairs were all stunned. That girl, at a young age and with exceptional talent, was able to emit such a fierce flame. She is indeed a rare genius, but Feng Xiaotian is even better. Wind and fire blend together, and wind elements have always dominated. The younger generation is terrifying. On the training ground, Feng Xiaotian and Huowu have both stopped. Huo Wushuang ran up and was very excited. Tian Gu, your self-created soul skill is really impressive. It perfectly combines with the fiery fire of fire dance, and its power is even stronger than before. It's not just about creating my own soul skills, but in fact, I have comprehended the art of controlling the wind. The siblings were once again shocked. Feng Xiaotian's current changes are too great, which is why he deserves the title of innate full soul power and genius soul master. Feng Xiaotian smiled and said, "Today is our first collaboration and we haven't fully demonstrated our true strength yet. With more cooperation and practical experience, we will have a better understanding in the future." Tian Gu is right. I don't know what kind of power your storm will produce when it melts with water or ice. Just give it a try at Tianshui College and you'll know. Tianga, when are we going then? Huowu was a bit angry and kicked his brother. Are you in such a hurry to go to Tianshui Academy to see those beautiful girls? Oh my, you really want to go too? Humph. Huowu wanted to see which girl was so charming and stole Feng Xiaotian, who had been secretly in love with her for 5 years. Feng Xiaotian, let me ask you. What kind of girl is Shui Binger you're looking for? Actually, I haven't seen her either, but I know she's about the same age as you. She's gentle, kind, and has an extraordinary mind. Her beauty and strength coexist. Upon hearing these words, Huowu became even angrier. Feng Xiaotian actually praised other girls in front of her. Are you saying that I am not gentle, kind, or beautiful? Feng Xiaotian shook his head helplessly. Girls always like to be mischievous and unreasonable, especially proud young ladies like Huowu. I didn't compare her to you. She is her, you are you. You haven't even seen her before, how could you know so much? Did you secretly investigate her? The more you think about the fire dance, the more angry you become. Although Feng Xiaotian has nothing to do with her, this feeling of being inferior to others is really unpleasant. Alright, let's not talk about that anymore. This time we're going to Tianshui College to get things done. When will we go? It's a bit late today, let's do it tomorrow. The three of them were chatting when Feng Liang walked over. Feng Xiaotian introduced to each other. This is my grandfather, the chief mentor of Shenfeng Academy. Grandpa, these two are my friends, Huoshuang and Huowu, from the Flame Academy. Fire Wushuang and Fire Dance respectfully said. Hello, Grandpa Feng. The wind is scorching and the sun is very happy. Hello everyone. So you're just Huowu. Xiaotian once mentioned you to me. Tiger Father has no son, no wonder you two are so excellent. Huowu secretly glanced at Feng Xiaotian with some joy. Grandpa Feng, do you know my dad? Hee, Hua Tianhong, the dean of the Flame Academy, we are all old acquaintances now. I see. Feng Liang looked at Feng Xiaotian and ordered. Xiaotian, take them around and come back together for dinner later. Grandpa Feng, you're too polite. Are you all Xiaotian's friends? There's no need to be seen outside, Feng Liang finished speaking and left. Seeing that the siblings were a bit at a loss, Feng Xiaotian said. You don't have to be restrained. It seems that after dinner, Grandpa will still keep you two at home for one night. Huo Wushuang scratched his head. How troublesome it is. No trouble, anyway, there's only me and Grandpa at home. Let's go and take you around. Like the Flame Academy, Shenfeng Academy has very few girls and the vast majority of students are boys. Fire dance is beautiful and can become the center of attention wherever you go. Many people still argue that she is Feng Xiaotian's girlfriend. This gave her a small satisfaction in her vanity. After school, Feng Xiaotian brought the siblings back home. Feng Liang prepared a sumptuous dinner to entertain them. The dinner was very pleasant. At night, the wind and sun came to Feng Xiaotian's room. Xiaotian, have you arranged for both of them? That girl from Huowu is pretty good. It seems like she likes you a bit. Why are you being indifferent to her? No, there isn't. Grandpa is old, but he's not blind yet. Are you two having a difficult time? Grandpa, we are just ordinary friends, not as you think. Feng Liang waved his hand and chuckled. You young people's affairs should be solved by yourselves. By the way, what is your innovative soul skill called? It's been a big show today, and Dean Lin and a few teachers are all watching from upstairs. Grandpa, through these days of contemplation, I have gained an understanding of the art of controlling the wind. That soul skill is called Tornado Storm, which is dominated by the wind and can integrate other elements to unleash stronger power. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. Tianshui College, Gathering of Beautiful Women. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10 Tianshui College, Gathering of Beautiful Women. After listening to Feng Xiaotian's description, Feng Liang felt very pleased. Feng Xiaotian's talent is gradually realizing. In recent years, I have been devoted to researching my own soul skills, which has delayed my leveling. I just created the Wind Demon Wolf Slash, but I didn't expect to create another soul skill in such a short time. And it can also integrate other elements and leverage it. Today on the training ground, Feng Xiaotian firmly controlled the situation. He originally integrated strong attack, agile attack, and defense. Now there is an additional control skill that has become more comprehensive. Xiaotian, you are getting better and better now. Grandpa is really proud of you. Grandpa, do the dean and teachers have any objections to using wind elements to blend other elements? Feng Liang sighed. Dean Lin doesn't have any objections. The drawbacks of extreme flow are too obvious, only extremely powerful soul masters can unleash its greatest advantages. Feng Liang spoke and patted Feng Xiaotian's shoulder, full of anticipation. Nowadays, the Soul Master realm, represented by the Martial Soul Hall, is increasingly promoting the fusion flow. I hope that one day, you can promote the extreme flow. Grandpa, don't worry, I will definitely work hard. Feng Liang nodded in satisfaction. Then you should rest early. Grandpa, I have something else I want to tell you. What's going on? You tell me. I want to take Huowushuang and Huowu to Tianshui Academy and set off tomorrow. Feng Liang was stunned for a moment. Tianshui Academy is located in Tianshui City, northwest of the Tiando Empire, near the seaside and several hundred miles away from Shenfeng Academy. Why are you going to Tianshui College? I want to see what kind of power tornado storms can produce when combined with water elements such as ice, rain, and snow. Feng Liang joked. Are you still going to Thunder Academy next? Try the fusion of storm and thunder. No, let's forget about Thunder Academy. Why? Behind the Thunder Academy lies the blue electric Tyrannosaurus Rex family, one of the top 3 sections. They are arrogant and may not welcome our wind, fire, and water element academy. Feng Liang smiled. You're right. However, the Water Academy was an all-girls school that day, so you and the 2 boys, Xiao Shuang, may not be able to get in. Grandpa, let's find a way then. Let's go first before we talk. Feng Liang thought for a moment. Okay, let me write an introduction letter for you to take over. Our 5 major element colleges have dealings with each other, and although Dean Meng of Tianshui College is a bit aloof, he will give me some face. That's best, thank you Grandpa. You have also grown up, it's time to venture outside. Remember, in someone else's territory, be careful and not reckless. Well, Grandpa, I got it. Feng Xiaotian originally wanted Huowu to enter Tianshui Academy and invite Shui Binger to have a detailed discussion. I'm also afraid that Huowu's irritable temper will ruin things. With Grandpa's introduction letter, things will be much easier to handle. The next morning, the three of them set off for Tianshui City in the northwest. Depart in the morning and arrive in the evening. Tianshui City is located by the seaside, with a beautiful environment and suitable temperature, making it a great place for leisure and tourism. After a day of driving, all three of them were hungry and casually found a small shop on the street to sit down. Huo Wushuang said. You two sit down for a while, I'll go order. Brother, I want to eat spicy food. Got it. Brother Tian, what about you? I'm free, you can do whatever you want. Feng Xiaotian and Huowu had just sat down when they heard a girl crying at the neighboring table. There sat a man and a woman, two young people. Chenggu, do you really don't love me anymore? Xiaoya, I'm sorry. Let's break up. But you used to love me very much. If you think I didn't do well enough, I can make changes. You're good, but we're really not suitable. Is it because of that short-haired girl? Who is she? Don't daydream, we are just ordinary friends. But I saw you walking hand in hand with her. The boy remained silent, while the girl became even sadder. Their conversation, Feng Xiaotian and Huowu, could be heard clearly. At this moment, Huowu seemed to have thought of something and stared angrily at Feng Xiaotian. Feng Xiaotian awkwardly smiled. Why are you looking at me like this? Humph. You guys don't have a single good thing, they like the new and dislike the old. After Huowu finished speaking, she stood up and walked up to the girl, comforting her. Sister, don't be sad. It's not worth it for someone who doesn't love you. You're so beautiful, there's no need to cherish this toad. The boy was scolded and instantly angry. Who are you? Who are you calling a toad? Mind your own business. Huowu picked up the drink from the table and poured it directly on the boy's face. The boy caught off guard and got his face and clothes dirty, making him even angrier. You crazy girl, you're tired of living. He was just about to take action when he saw a blazing flame rising from Huowu's palm, which immediately made his legs weak with fear. Are you a fire soul master? You restless bastard, if you dare to bully this sister again, I'll burn you to death. Get out of here. The boy stood up and started running. Huowu turned around again to comfort the girl. Sister, are you okay? I'm fine, I'm just a bit unwilling. Thank you for standing up for me. It's nothing, everyone is a girl. In the future, you need to be strong and you will definitely meet someone more suitable. The girl smiled and said goodbye to Huowu before leaving. Huowu sat down, as if her anger had not yet dissipated. Huo Wushuang brought food and saw his younger sister with an unhappy expression on her face. Feng Xiaotian spread his hand and looked innocent. Sister, what's wrong with you? Who messed with you? It's nothing, I just saw a couple break up. Brother, if you meet a girl you like in the future, you can't be half-hearted. Of course. Alright, don't get angry, let's eat now. After finishing their meal, the three of them strolled around the city for a while. Later, I found a hotel to rest. The next day, the three of them inquired all the way and found Tianshui College. Tianshui College is heavily guarded. There is a huge warning sign at the entrance, with a few big words written on it. Men are not allowed in unless invited. This is the only college in Douluo continent composed of women. The students, teachers, and other staff inside are all women. The girls coming and going at the school gate are all fair-skinned, beautiful, and have long legs. Fire dance, with its outstanding appearance, always becomes the focus of people. But against the backdrop of those beautiful girls at Tianshui College, it doesn't look so dazzling. The girls saw Feng Xiaotian and Huo Wushuang, whispering. Those two boys seem to have never seen each other before, I don't know who they are squatting on. Look at that one with blue and silver hair, it's so cool. That person with red hair and a headscarf is also good. There are very few girls in the Flame Academy, and those with beautiful looks are even rarer. Seeing so many beautiful girls for the first time, Huo Wushuang felt a bit uncomfortable. Being stared at by several girls made his face blush with embarrassment. Feng Xiaotian appeared very calm. In 2 generations, he has seen many beautiful women, and these girls are not enough to disrupt his moral character. End of this chapter.